Quincy was there. Quincy, I mean, him and Will and Tevin Campbell and all of that, people that's not from the 90s, those allegations was out there about Quincy.
TuPac came to Hollywood. It was the homosexual ritual. TuPac said he was asked by Quincy Jones to fuck him in the
Hollywood has always been the center of all weird and crazy stories. Whether it's about Quincy Jones's gay allegations or him forcing Will Smith and TuPac into sleeping with him, there's never a day off in this household. Despite all the previous rumors, new details have been revealed which prove that the Black Godfather of the industry is far from anything straight. Adding fuel to the fire, he even turned Will Smith and TuPac gay. It's because he already had a lot of experience in the community. Yikes. So join us in this journey as we unleash the filthy truth about these incidents. If you've even a tiny bit of interest in Hollywood, you must know who Quincy Jones is. He's a legendary producer, musician, songwriter, and so on. Thus, he's also given the title of the Black Godfather of the industry. Quincy Jones has produced for an impressive list of notable artists during his career, including Frank Sinatra, Aretha Franklin, and Rufus and Shaka Khan, and the most famous Michael Jackson. But this is not the only reason he's been hitting the headlines. Since decades, Quincy's sexuality has always been a topic of great buzz on the internet.
Let me tell you something. That means Quincy's gay. Quincy might be on.
It's always been speculated that Quincy Jones forced men into gay relationships in exchange of making them famous and big in Hollywood. As scandalous as it sounds, the list of Quincy's hookups seems to be unlimited. But two of the names from Quincy Jones's flings history have always been the most discussed. These are none other than TuPac and Will Smith. It's been long rumored that Jones forced them into sleeping with him. The ambiguous relationship with Quincy affected them quite a lot as he tried to turn them gay like him.
Come on, man. Look what type of you is. You gonna let these little geek white boys feel on you like that?
If you're able to recall correctly, remember the interview of TuPac in which he exposed Quincy Jones of his sexual advances? In the interview, TuPac revealed that Quincy asked him if he could stick it in his backside. But guess what? The interview was mysteriously wiped out from the entire internet. Only someone as influential as Quincy is able to accomplish a feat like that. Since TuPac is not alive to confirm the audio, Quincy must have decided to clean his hands from his dirty actions. Even Napoleon seems to deny all these rumors. In an interview, when Napoleon was confronted with the alleged relationship between TuPac and Quincy, he denied everything on the spot and decided to defend Jones.
Yeah, I think these definitely, them rumors about Quincy Jones and all that crazy stuff about Pac was definitely rumors. Pac was about to marry his daughter.
But no matter how much they try to hide, fans still remember to this day each and every word of the TuPac interview. One person commented on it. I heard the audio of TuPac saying that about Quincy with my own ears about 10 years ago. Quincy is or was the key holder to the black music industry. Anyone at the top level had gotten there by partaking in his parties. Dre. But this is not the first time TuPac expressed his frustration on Quincy about his nasty actions. Back in the day, in an interview, TuPac lashed out on a lot of associates and made some daring remarks about them.
Shot 5 times in jail for a crime I didn't commit, while every other black person, whoever they was f***ing babies.
So was he referring to Quincy Jones for making people submit to his fetishes? It might be true since TuPac and Quincy got quite close during his career. Maybe Quincy took that as an opportunity and decided to make his move on TuPac. They were close to the point that before his death, TuPac was even considering leaving his signed label, Death Row Records, to join Quincy's label. It was Keisha Cole who revealed a true story from the night of TuPac's unfortunate death in an episode of Fat Joe's Instagram series. Prior to his tragic murder in 1996, TuPac had planned to quit Death Row Records and sign with Quincy Jones's company, according to Keisha Cole. On a recent edition of Fat Joe's ongoing Instagram live series, Cole revealed that MC Hammer first introduced her to Death Row. This is where she met TuPac and Suge Knight, the label's co-founders. On the day he died, TuPac announced that he was leaving Death Row for Quincy Jones's label and invited Cole to join him.
He wanted to sign me to Quincy when he was with Kadada, Quincy Jones' daughter. and he was gonna leave Death Row and go to sign with Quincy.
Unfortunately, Pac got shot that day in Las Vegas. But even if Pac is not here to reveal Quincy's involvement with their sexual experiences, Will Smith confirmed it true through his actions. Rumors have always been circulating like wildfire on the internet that Will Smith is now the gay gatekeeper of the industry after Diddy and Quincy. Trisha Paytas once revealed that Will Smith tried to go down with one of her male dancers too, and that without their consent. In a video on her YouTube channel, she later removed she tried to defend Shane Dawson and claimed that Will Smith sexually assaulted his male dancers. She further said, addressing to Jada,
"How about worry about your cheating husband my male dancers, when they didn't want to? How about talk about that?"
While Hollywood's infamous gay parties are not hidden, what Will Smith does is out of question. Some speculate that Jada and Will both organize gay parties at their home with much younger men. These rumors turned out to be very true when Jaguar Wright made some scandalous announcements. She said that she witnessed young men screaming while leaving their house because both Jada and Will do weird things at their house during the mentorship.
Both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills. Bashir Gray.
In addition to this, Will has also done weird things in the past, especially with his son Jaden Smith. At multiple times, Will Smith tried to kiss his son. Well, before anyone comes for us, we know parents being affectionate with their kids is not a big deal, but he forced his kiss to Jaden on his mouth, while Jaden was looking absolutely uncomfortable. That raises quite a question about Will's weird tendencies. Even fans got uncomfortable with this display of affection from Will. People criticized him for making his son uncomfortable and planting a kiss on his lips while he kept denying it. On this matter, a person commented, he forced his son into doing something he clearly was not willing to do, and that was something physical and intimate, especially at his age. That was completely wrong. Well, gay or not, it looks like Will Smith learned a lot from Quincy Jones. Since Quincy comes from a different generation, he must have had a hand in teaching Will and TuPac his gay ways. The now 80-year-old star exposed many secrets of celebrities and artists in an interview with Vulture magazine. While the interview started off with some not-so-good remarks about Michael Jackson and the Beatles, he then revealed that James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, and Marvin Gaye are queer, to which he said, he was the most charming mother effer you've ever met. He'd F anything. He'd F a mailbox. James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, Marvin Gaye. To these comments by Quincy, a YouTuber responded that Quincy himself is bisexual. He felt outraged by Quincy's remarks because it was not his place to reveal someone's sexuality. He asked this question to Quincy whether he's bisexual or not.
Quincy Jones, if you always tell the truth, well, tell me this. Are you bisexual?
But it doesn't end here, guys. The person further revealed some explosive information that would sweep you out of your seat. He claimed that he has a very attractive friend who has had multiple relations in Hollywood, and one of them being none other than Quincy Jones.
If you happen to have a friend who is really attractive and gay, guess what? You learn a lot of things about the men in Hollywood.
He even claimed that Quincy had slept with his friend multiple times and that at the age of 70 years old. That means Quincy has been in the closet for decades now and has even been the gatekeeper of all industry men who are gay. Well, it's not the only thing that Quincy has been involved in. Apart from being the godfather of various black artists, he's also known to have been part of various cults and groups. A conspiracy theorist, Professor Griff, wasn't afraid to call out Quincy for being part of various Hollywood sex rings.
Warner Brothers and arrested him. He set up sex rings in Hollywood.
He also revealed that when TuPac came into Hollywood, there was the whole rituals and setup in the industry, and Quincy Jones forced him into joining them. Not only that, he confirmed the rumor about Jones trying to convince TuPac to sleep with him.
When TuPac came to Hollywood, it was the homosexual ritual.
Well, one thing's for sure, Hollywood is no place for kids because all of that nasty stuff going on behind closed doors. Unfortunately, TuPac and Will Smith had to suffer at the hands of the Black Godfather, Quincy Jones. We hope no one else suffers from it. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.